Hey guys, we're gonna be taking a look at the Mainstay memory foam futon. Just got this shipped, and we're gonna open it, and then we're gonna assemble it, and then I'll give a review on it. All right, guys. So I opened it. It's gonna be very hard to take out, so you can just flip it 180, and then you will be able to slide out the box. Okay, guys. So I've already flipped it, and I'm just gonna lift up the box so it can come out and just make sure you're safe and nothing falls on you. Alright guys, so I flipped it, pulled out the box. Just gonna open these zip ties or these straps and then take this off and we'll take a look. So once you've taken out the fabric that's covering it to protect it, it's kind of in two pieces. So I've done these before. You're gonna wanna open that compartment right there, and you're gonna get like the instructions and the legs and stuff. So let's take a look right there. All right, so once you open that compartment, I'm gonna close it up right now. You're gonna get the manual, and then you're gonna get the pieces to kind of set this together. So we're gonna go ahead and close that, and then we're gonna open this up. Just really quickly, what I did here is I set up the two sofa pieces on the bed just so it's easier to film and show you guys. And this is a part of the sofa that kind of lifts up on the side, and then this is the other side. So this is how it's going to be once it's all set up, but we're kind of just lining it up so that once we have the pieces to screw in, we're going to be able to do that. So this part, I took out the accessories and the legs, and this is pretty much how it's going to look. So those are kind of slanted that way. Those are going to be straight up, and they're going to join this, which I don't know if it's really a good design because it seems like it can break in half, but we'll see. And then these go that way, and it's these hex bolts. It does come with a little tool where you could do it manually, but I'm going to be using a drill where you just need like this drill bit, just so it goes a little bit quicker. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put them all and tighten it, and then I'll show you once that's done. Alright, so I went ahead and tighten all the bolts. Well, actually not tighten them, but I have fastened them. Just put them on. I'm going to be using this because on these, it's kind of, there's not enough room for the drill to drive it in. So I'm just going to go around manually and just checking that it's tight. So I went ahead and used the hex tool to tighten it. I pretty much just did like a quarter turn to tighten it very well. And this is gonna be the fun part. So taking it where the sofa is gonna be, when you do pick it up, you're gonna want two people and grab it from here and here, just so that the pieces that adjust, like the backrest, won't drop down, and then it's gonna be harder to fit it through the door or whatever. But I would recommend to build it where you're gonna have the sofa, just so you have to flip it and not have to carry it, because now it's one whole piece and it's a little bit heavier. So I'll go ahead and put it where it's gonna be, and then I'll show you how it looks. So this is a follow-up on the sofa. Here it is. It's fairly big. It's bigger than what I thought. And if you've checked out my other video on the Suede futon, it was a black futon. It didn't have these sides that you can move, but that one was a little bit shorter, and I don't think it was as long. So I think the fact that they can kind of break it up through shipping into two pieces, obviously, like overall, they can make it a little bit bigger, if that makes sense, because it's divided in the parcel itself of shipping. And let me show you the legs. So those are the legs, and then that's where the division is right there. You don't really feel it like when you're sitting down, because the support is right here. You don't feel that it's two different pieces. But when you do transport it, like if you lift it, it kind of does separate, right? So you just gotta be very careful that you don't pick it up from the middle, because the wood could easily break because it's only 4 bolts holding it together. It has fairly good cushioning. This part, it adjusts like I mentioned, and when it's like this, when it's at an angle, you don't want to sit here because it could break. So if you want to be able to sit here, you kind of just keep doing it more, and then it sets down. And then even then, it doesn't feel, well, I'm not that heavy. I'm like 170 pounds, but it's not super 100% sturdy. So if you weigh more than 300 pounds, I wouldn't recommend you sit there. Here's the back. So right now I moved it front just so that you can see the action where this part, you can kind of set it down. There's some food for my kids, so we've already given it some use. But so this part, so I kind of did it halfway, and now like this is like this, but I don't recommend using it like this because, again, look, it's not that sturdy. So you have to put it to this point so that this part locks. This part has to be here, like extended. If you're asking, why don't they just leave it up to here? When this part goes down, if you were to lay on this, it's gonna flip. So they need this part to give it, more stability when this is set down. But the only bad thing is that if you try to set it all the way back, there's space that's quote unquote wasted unless you put some stuff, which I did put my subwoofer over there. But the kids have already gotten back here, and this is like fabric, so this could rip. So that can be a problem that the kids are getting back there. But yeah, you kind of have to push it. And then I'm gonna do this part too. And then let me put the subwoofer down. Actually, I'll put it up here and set it down. I'm gonna lay down on it and tell you how it feels. Alright, so I just laid down. I'm 5'10" and it barely fits me. So if you're any taller, like 6 feet, your feet are gonna be, sticking out a little bit. But final thoughts, do I recommend this sofa? The answer is yes. It's very cheap. It's $130, including shipping, for what I got it. And like I mentioned, the Serta one that I had last time, it's not that comfortable, but this one is. This one's fairly comfortable, and it's not that close to the floor. And I'm gonna be very clear. Have your expectations set realistic, because futons are shorter. They're economical furniture, so don't expect them to be. I'm saying they're taller, but set your expectations realistic for the price. Alright guys, so I actually measured it from here to here, considering a little bit compression. It's 16 inches, and then from here to here it is let me take a look. I think 20 inches, and then from here to here it's 16. So if I could wish that this had an improvement, it would be that it will have like 3 extra inches, just so that your thighs can be fully supported, because after a while you do kind of want to go sideways and set this up and put your elbow here, laid back that way. But again, I do recommend this, and check out the link in the description below where I'll have this and where you can purchase it.